I can show you. I need them back because not everybody's finished, but. Okay. So first question says, find the coordinate of a midpoint, or the coordinates of the midpoint. Remember, midpoint is you add the x coordinates together and divide by 2, add the y coordinates together and divide by 2. It's just the average of the two x's and the average of the y's. So if I add the x's together, I get 1 plus 11. That's 12. Divided by 2 is 6. And then I add negative 3 plus 5 is 2. Divided by 2 is 1. That's that point.
Do we have to get this retaken before the test?
No. All right, next one. Anytime you're given information, I would encourage you to mark it on the drawing. So if KJ and KL are opposite rays, that just tells me this is a straight line. Angle 1 and angle 2 are equal. And then KM is this ray here, and it bisects angle NKL, which tells me angle 3 and angle 4 are equal. Right? So I've marked everything I can, so let's go figure out what bisects JKN. Well, JKN is this angle. These two are equal, so this is the ray that bisects. And it always starts from a point and goes through another point in that direction. So I write this as KP with an arrow, letter B. Questions on that one? Okay, if JKN is a right angle, JKN, do you see that angle 1 plus angle 2 equals angle JKN? Make sure you see that on your drawing. You see that? Angle 1 plus angle 2 is angle JKN. Okay? And it tells me that JKN is 90. Several of you, including the last class, told me that that meant angle 1 was 90. But that's not true. It's angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 90. Right? And I know angle 1 and angle 2 are equal. And angle 1 is 4t plus 5. So angle 2 must be 4t plus 5. So I could do this, or like you said, if they're both equal, that means one of them must equal 45 degrees. So I could also write it this way. I get the same thing. So 8t plus 10 is 90, or 4t plus 5 is 45. Subtract 5, 4t is 40, t is 10. Okay? I think personally it always helps to write that addition statement with your angles before you even fill in any numbers or any expressions so that you understand what you have. As soon as they tell you JKN is equal to 90, you should have gone over here and looked JKN. Well, JKN is made up of angle 1 and angle 2. Right? So you add both of those together, and that's what's equal to 90. Questions on that? All right, the next one, I'm going to do what I just said. I'm going to add everything up first, and then I'm going to fill in what I need. So they say JKN is 8x plus 2, MKL is 3x plus 5. What is MKN? Well, I know JKL, another JKN. So angle JKN plus angle 3 plus angle 4 is a straight line. So all three of those angles have to equal 180. JKN they give me, 8x plus 2. Angle MKL, that's angle 4, and that is 3x plus 5. They don't give me angle 3. But I know from my drawing, angle 3 and angle 4 are equal. So angle 3 is also 3x plus 5. Right? Because they're equal. The other thing I can always do is write 2 times 3x plus 5. It means the same thing. but I'll just leave it the way I've written. Okay, so I filled in what JKN was. It was 8x plus 2. I filled in angle 3. I filled in angle 4. And I know all together they make a straight line, so they must be supplementary. And now I just solve. 8 plus 6 is 14x. 2 plus 10 is 12. Subtract 12. 14x equals 168. X equals 12. 128, yeah. But they didn't ask for x, they wanted to know what MKN was. MKN is angle 3. Well, angle 3 is 3x plus 5. So I just put 12 in. 36 plus 5 is 41 degrees.
Oh, I just solved for x.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. I can look at yours again because I'll give you half a point back if you've got x right and showed me work. In the multiple choice ones, you'll start finding that I won't give you credit for something that required work if you just guess. So if I saw work and you did it, that's fine. Okay.
So what was, so
41. Uh-huh. Okay. Maybe it'll take me to the next page. All right. Name 2 acute vertical angles. Well, I need to understand what acute and vertical mean. Acute means less than 90. Vertical means 2 angles created by 2 intersecting lines. So this would be an example of 2 acute vertical angles. So I'm going to go to my choices and just look through each one of them. KQL, well, that is acute. KQM, those are both acute. Those are the 2 angles that this letter A represents. But they are not vertical. They're adjacent. So that's not going to work. KQL, still acute. IQH. So it's this angle, and IQH is this angle, and that sure looks like the intersection of 2 straight lines, and that angle are acute and vertical. All right. Next one, a pair of obtuse adjacent. Well, obtuse means greater than 90, and adjacent means right next to each other. They share a side. That's what adjacent means. So let's go through. KQG is here. That's obtuse. HQM is here, but they don't share a side. So they're both obtuse, but they're not adjacent. So that's not right. All right. GQL is here, and LQJ is here. Well, this angle is obtuse, and there's the side they share. So they are adjacent. So that you had to meet both. It had to be both obtuse and adjacent to get that correct. So it was letter B. Okay, a linear pair means 2 angles that when you add them together make a straight line. So let's see, KQG, there's this one, and HQM. No, definitely don't add together to a straight line. So not A. GQL, and LQJ. No. They add together to be more than a straight line. So that's not it. And then GQI is here. And IQM, there it is. So when you add these 2 together, there's your straight line. Follow the logic there? All right. Next, so that was this one. Name an angle supplementary to MQI. MQI. So to be supplementary, and I'm just wanting one angle, that angle has to make a straight line with it. So it's either going to be this angle or this angle. Do you see that? Because supplementary means it adds up to 180. So I'd be looking for IQG or GQI. There's IQG right there. You see that? All right. Okay, name each polygon. Well, this has 6 sides, so it's a hexagon. All sides are equal, so it's regular. And all of the corners are outside, they're not inside, so that means it's convex. You okay?
Take some water.
Yeah. Okay, I think, so hexagon, convex, regular. Then the last one just had to do with an equilateral triangle. It said, I think, I don't know where that page went. Triangle FJH is an equilateral triangle. So if it's equilateral, that means all sides are the same measure. So I know that 3x minus 8 is equal to 2x minus 1. So I'm going to solve that. I subtract 2x, I get x. I add 8, I get 7. So I know it's either going to be D or B. Now to look at this angle, if it's equilateral, that means all 3 angles are equal. And if the sum of all angles in a triangle is 180, one angle must be 60. Right? 180 divided by 3 is 60 degrees. So I know 4y minus 4 equals 60. I add 4. Y is 16.
Oh, this makes me so mad. I didn't equal to each other. I just tried adding them together.
Yeah, equilateral means all sides are equal. Okay, I've got 2 more people that need to take the quiz. This quiz, I'll probably look at whoever the highest score was and look at adding points back. Right now it's an 85. Okay. I don't know if you saw this, the answer to this one, but if it's an equilateral triangle, that means that all sides are equal. So you set those 2 equal and solve. X is 7. And if it's an equilateral triangle, it means all 3 angles are equal. And if all 3 angles are equal and the sum of the angles in a triangle are 180 degrees, one angle is 60. And so you set that angle equal to 60 and solve, and you get 16. Okay? And you can retake this. I average the 2. Unless the average is less than a 70, and then if you got better than a 70, I give you a 70. Uh-huh.